Okay, I didn't know we'd have to come to this level, but here's where we're at. We're gonna get a little bit of a tutorial on how to clean this room because we are not doing the job that needs to be done. And everybody is going to be getting assigned particular jobs to do, and that's the job you will be responsible for. And if you cannot do that job correctly, then you will lose points every day, and it's gonna have a negative impact on your grade. Couple of things, let's start with sweeping. We're really struggling with this. I have put plenty of people in each class into the role of sweeping. There is no excuse every day to why each classroom cannot be swept and swept efficiently, because we need to do better. First thing first, you have a regular broom, okay? You have the dust mop, all right, which gets finer particles. We have the push brooms that are also over there, the big push brooms. Those can kind of go around. They're a little bit awkward in this classroom, especially during the day when we still have a lot of the chairs around. So this is your push broom. Part of the reason why I have plenty of people sweeping is because we're not sweeping around the chairs. We're not sweeping around the tables, and they look bad every day. And every day it has to be done by 8th hour, who picks up the chairs and puts them up, and they go around, they sweep everything. They do a pretty good job of getting underneath the desk and everything else like that. So here's what we're gonna start doing. I don't care how you guys divvy it up between each other, but every class has no less than 5, all the way up to about 8 people, depending upon the size of the class, that sweep it. So whether you have to have somebody that goes around and, let's say the chairs are down, and they need to be the person that goes around, moves them out of your way, so the people that are coming with, like the dust mops, they can come by, go like this. It's good to get underneath the tables like that. It's good to get on here and get up here like this, and pull all that dust off. As you can see, there was a lot of dust that came just off of that part right there, okay? I didn't get all of it. Sometimes it takes 2 times. Get that down. The dust mop gets a lot of the real fine stuff, okay? Sometimes the dust mop's pretty big and awkward. You can't do that with the dust mop. So sometimes you gotta do with your regular broom. You may have to get under spots, okay? Prime example would be over here. Sometimes our broom can't fit in between these spots here. So we have to have the smaller broom to do stuff like that. If you see a vent, like that one right there that I'm pointing at with the broom, you can push stuff to it when the dust collector's on it, and it will suck it up. And again, it cannot be real big particles. It has to be small particles so that it can actually pick it up. I don't want to hear things clunking and clattering in there because you're too lazy to sweep it into a pile, you know, something like that, and then get a dustpan, sweep it into the dustpan, take it and put it in one of the trash cans that amazingly are on wheels, so we can push them where we need them, okay? So every day, between the 5 to 8, depending upon the class you're in, how many people there are, this entire classroom needs to be swept, it needs to be dust mopped, and it needs to be free and clear of as much dust and those fine little pieces of wood as possible. If it is not, those people will lose their points. I'm done being the guy that goes around and cleans up the place after you guys. It's time for you guys to do it. I don't make the mess, you guys do. So you guys need to clean up behind yourself. We will have people they'll be mopping. They don't mop every day, but we are gonna go to mopping once a week. So you guys will just have to find a way to get you guys to mop. It'll probably be more than likely on Fridays, but you will be mopping. Again, there's 3 mop buckets I have total. There's like anywhere from 3 to 4 people I think I have that do that job. So it doesn't necessarily mean every single week somebody is going to be, everyone you'll be mopping, okay? Coordinate that, just like coordinate with your sweeping. Some of you can do it on a Monday, some of you can do it on a Tuesday. That is up to you guys, that's not up to me. I'm designating who is in that group. That is up to you to figure that out, not me. Only thing I'm gonna be grading on and caring about is that it's done every single day. As far as mopping goes, you could have a person that keeps the water clean, meaning like there could be people that are mopping. One person could be going and dumping the bad or dirty water outside and filling the bucket up with clean water, bring it back to the people that are mopping. You can do things like that. You can alternate mopping. Maybe 1 week, one guy does, two guys do mopping. And if you have 3 or 4 guys in there, the other 2 do it the following week. It doesn't bother me how you do it, as long as it gets done. That's all I care about. We're gonna be doing where you guys are actually straightening up, keep the tool room and things like that clean. So for example, right now, here's a tool closet. There's gonna be 2 to 3 people assigned to this. This is how it should look when we are done with class every single day, okay? Our tool room, there's gonna be 2 to 3 people assigned to this. This is how it should look every single day. Things put away where they need to belong, like this. That doesn't belong there. It belongs right here in this tool basket. Pay attention to everything that's charging. We have nothing charging right here right now. We are down to 1 charger for multiple batteries on this. Everything needs to be charging. You see it blinking? It means it's charging. This battery goes to that charger. Nope, doesn't go to that one. These all, we use these pretty good. That's charge. Everything's solid, solid red, solid green. You take that off, put on this one. So now we have all batteries charging, okay? People are doing the tool closet. Pay attention to people putting things away with the batteries on them. For example, this has a battery on it. We need to take that battery off. Same thing here, we got another one. People putting away the tools, let's stop doing that. That doesn't do us any good. Now we got 2 dead batteries sitting out here with nobody in the tool room knowing that they're out here. Pay attention to what you're doing with your tools. When you wind up your tools, your plug-in sanders, make sure you wind up the cord on them so they fit in there. Again, the tool room, nice and organized and neat. The wood room is going to be 3, I think it's like 3 people in every class has this wood room. We're going to get this straightened out a little bit better than what it is. And when we get it straightened out a little bit better than what it is, it's not terrible right now, but it's going to get straightened out better. And when we get it there, you guys are going to be expected to keep it that way. There's also going to be somebody assigned to this room back here. It needs a little bit more straightening up and cleaning done also. We're going to be getting these projects out of here. And once we get all these projects out of here, then we're going to start keeping that straightened up also. The people that are be in that back room will be people that are going to be in charge of this wood stack area, which usually doesn't get too out of whack until we're doing projects. So we'll kind of pay attention to that. And also the shelf of wood, which we got to do a little bit more straighten out with that too. Bottom line is this, guys. You're going to make sure you're going to have responsibilities. Everybody's going to have some, and you will be doing the job of that every single day. And if you do not do the job of that every single day, everybody in that group will lose points. Everybody. And if somebody or a few people are the only ones doing it within that group, I will come to notice that, and I will make sure that those people that are doing it get their points, and the people who are not doing it, they will not get their points. It is time to start doing the job of cleaning up. If you have any questions, come and talk to me about it, and we'll figure out from there.